For the first time, the Dalai Lama went on a bus journey on a Tibetan road. The Dalai Lama and the Panchen Lama finally reached Beijing after flying on an airplane and riding a train. They were ceremoniously greeted at the railway station. In Zhongnanhai, the Dalai Lama met Chairman Mao for the first time. He presented Chairman Mao with a hada and an inscribed gold prayer wheel. It says, in 1954, as a representative to the First National People's Congress, in the political and religious traditions of Tibet, I, Dalai Lama, present this gold wheel with honor to the great leader of all ethnic groups in our country, Chairman Mao, as my praise and prayer. During this period when he was in Beijing, the Dalai Lama met Chairman Mao on numerous occasions, and the two exchanged views. They seemed like close old friends. At the First National People's Congress, the Dalai Lama and the Panchen Lama each made speeches. The Dalai Lama talked about work in progress in Tibet. He appeared enthusiastic. The Dalai Lama was elected as the vice chief of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress. The Panchen Lama was elected as the vice chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. These were the highest posts held by local Tibetan authorities in the central government. The Dalai Lama gladly accepted. After this exciting meeting, the Dalai Lama and the Panchen Lama spent several months touring and visiting all around the entire country. The inland was indeed richer and more advanced than Tibet. The young Dalai Lama, who was fond of mechanics, repeatedly expressed his intention to mold Tibet into a place as prosperous as the country's England. In 1955, after the Dalai Lama returned to Lhasa, he wrote a praise for Chairman Mao. In this eulogy, he likened Chairman Mao Zedong to the sun, to a kind mother who protected the Tibetan people, to a great eagle that defeated the imperialists. He praised Chairman Mao for breaking the chains and pointing the road to peace. He wished that the great leader would shine forever like a torch for the world.
Dalai Lama jalo ya bul pije ni ge ran jo chhe wu na ga zu ya go de ni kan ji chu du che ga de xie guo da ma go de ge de sa ma lo de xie je ni dan da de de chu da wen ne 저 로름나 내내 맞아 삼아로 지금 하루벌로 쉬제 대과도 되지 소중수도 제
In 1956, General Chen Yi arrived in Lhasa, leading a delegation from the central government. They came to participate in the founding meeting of the Preparatory Committee for the Tibetan Autonomous Region. General Chen was very satisfied with the work done by the Dalai Lama and the Preparatory Committee. During the founding meeting, enthusiastic people from all classes discussed the situation and elected the Dalai Lama as the chairman of the Preparatory Committee and the Panchen Lama as the first vice chairman. The monks and people of Tibet anticipated eagerly the Dalai Lama's cooperation with the Central People's Government and bring everyone into a prosperous new Tibet. The young and enthusiastic Dalai Lama devoted himself to the work of the Preparatory Committee. He was often active in hosting meetings and making speeches.
Dalai 他很爱学习，很聪明这个人，很爱学习。我这个看法就是，这个人可好可坏，啊，你就是周围的经常的，我们这是啊，那么这个好的东西给他，他也可以变成一个啊进步一点的人士。如果是这个反动的目的呢，那么这样呢，是吧？那就更，但那他也可以变坏。那这个事实也说明了。
Everything seemed to change from this point. Upon an invitation in the winter of 1956, the Dalai Lama and Panchen Lama went to India for the memorial ceremony of the 2500th anniversary of Sakyamuni's Nirvana. There were many pro-independence former Tibetan officials present. Two of the Dalai Lama's brothers were also here. These people surrounded the Dalai Lama from the very beginning. They kept working to persuade him to stay in India. The Dalai Lama started to waver again. He considered not returning to Tibet. The Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai, who was visiting India, talked with him and met the people in his entourage.
当时周总理还很形象地讲，就是你达赖喇嘛从宗教上讲呢，有神的一面。那么神呢，只有在庙里边，也就是神堂吧，才有神气。你神一旦离开了庙，离开了神堂，就没有什么神气了。那么你的庙，你的神堂在拉萨，而不在新德里。如果你要留在印度，那么你可以骂共产党，骂共产党丝毫无损于共产党。